Sometime
Hey
today.
guys,
Thank you.
welcome. What?
Sometime today. Thank you.
I was working on it.
Are you sure?
Uh, just really? We we just started. You're already putting up with this shit. God, I hate you. Welcome back, guys. After that abomination of a fucking intro.
Woo! Intro is so professional.
Yeah, that fucking abortion of an intro.
Ooh, that's dirty.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Could be
fucked up.
like could be like the South Park game where it's a Nazi zombie fetus.
Uh, I kind of lost my shit with that game once I was dodging my dad's scrotum. That was
That game.
it's kind of
That
the end.
that game was fantastic, and the sequel's even better. A Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, I haven't played that one yet.
I did. The combat system's completely different on it. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about today.
Are you sure? Because that sounds exactly like we're talking about right now.
We are talking about Mob Psycho 100.
Oh goodness. Yep.
First off, yay or nay?
Um, I will say, if you liked, obviously, if you haven't seen, uh, the other one, One Punch
What?
Man,
Yeah.
this won't apply to you. But if you liked One Punch Man, this is more of the same. Whether or not you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's just
See, it's okay. It's made by the same, like, it was originally created by the same dude who made One Punch Man. Like, it's, like, this was, I believe he actually made this before One Punch Man.
yes, he did. You can tell because of the art style.
Yes. It's a lot, yes. The art style is a lot different. Well, the thing is this wasn't picked up by, like, a bigger named person who like, just took the story and just made a better artwork. The art was done by the original creator, who he's not an artist.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I wasn't too particularly big a fan of this series.
See, that's why I was thinking, like,
It was boring. And like a lot of the not a lot of the characters were really like funny or like rememberable.
I think that's part of the point of this one, though.
Yes, it is a very dry series.
It's meant to be dry.
I know. And like, but that's the thing, is I'm not too particularly big a fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Having dry humor is one thing, but like if your entire series is nothing but one giant dry joke, it's not great.
It does. I, I think I have a bit more appreciation for it just because I've tried to write those characters before, like Mob. Okay, so we start off with Mob, and the problem with Mob and what translates into the whole entire show is that he does not have motivation to do anything himself. Or if he does want to do it, he wants to do it without using his powers, which he has crazy psycho powers.
He has unbelievably powerful psychic powers.
So when you have a character who doesn't have motivation, you have to really dig deep in order to put him in situations where he's useful or
Which
things
that's
happen.
That's why I like One Punch Man more, is because they do that.
Actually, in One Punch Man, the main character there,
He has a drive. Saitama has a drive.
yeah, Saitama has a drive. He has something that he's after, which is usually just him wanting to be recognized for being a hero, because he is, even though he doesn't want to do anything because he just one punches things to death because One Punch
He
Man.
gets bored. He gets bored.
Yeah, so he gets bored, but at the same point, he still wants to be recognized as being a hero. So Mob doesn't even have that problem. He's instead being manipulated
Yes, by the fake psychic.
by the fake psychic. Oh, now you leave me hanging. Arataka.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing that, and then they're talking about some other people who have some other latent psychic abilities, and I mean, I liked the series, but I felt that it was very I felt that it was just like an extension of One Punch Man more than it was like.
Or One Punch Man stemmed from this, but it was better. Since this came first. Because you can tell, because Mob's character design and Saitama's is very similar.
Yeah, but the reason why I want to put Saitama or One Punch Man before this is because it has more of a hook in it in terms of like American culture.
Yeah.
Where the psionics and all that stuff isn't really a huge part of media now.
Yeah.
Like, that shit fell off to the wayside a while back. I think it was partially because of all the acid, most likely because of all the acid.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you really liked One Punch Man, I'm not going to say don't watch it, but at the same point, it's like, it's going to fall flat in comparison.
Oh yeah, after seeing like / reading One Punch Man first and then picking this up, it was very hard for me to stay interested in it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I just have a different perspective because I've written characters like this and have tried to build worlds around them, and it's really not an easy thing to do because the whole world does become kind of one-dimensional in order to force the character along. So
I agree. Like, it's like if you're not doing a good job of like building you have to make characters that complement a world that complements like a character like this, like a protagonist.
Yeah. And I think in terms of the world creating, he didn't do a very great job. I think some of the characters had a lot of potential to make it work, but they ended up being thrown to the wayside when I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like Tome. I feel like Tome could have been a much larger part, but then she was kind of like, "Oh, look, you can be a part of this club," and he's like, "No, fam, I want to be in the self-improvement club," which didn't exactly go well. But
yeah,
what can you do?
Yeah.
But what's really funny is that, like, through all of this, there really isn't that much to say about it.
Yeah, it's a very bland series. Like, nothing like super exciting happens other than like, isn't it like his stress or like once something happens where like Mob has like kind of like an internal counter in a sense.
Yeah, so the reason why it's Mob 100 is because it signifies 100%. Once he reaches 100% of, I'm just going to call it his fuse. He has a fuse.
That is actually a very accurate description.
You don't want to be anywhere near him when the fuse goes off, because
he basically gets shrouded in
buildings
black,
fly apart, like,
and he just kind of loses control of his psychic powers, which Mob has, like, without a doubt, the strongest psychic powers ever.
At least in the world that they've presented us.
Yeah. Obviously, I meant the world they're living in. I'm not talking about like in all existence.
Well, I was saying, like, I was just pointing that out because, like, what was the other one that we got suggested recently? Oh shoot, why can't I think what it's called? It was the other one that whoever made. The one who made Steins Gate.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, whatever. There was one that I was watching that was dealing with that, and it was just all like, there's some pretty crazy powers there too. But in terms of the world that they made, like they're like, oh yeah, no, he's totally the best. He's just doesn't have any will to do anything.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, fine, I guess, but it's very unlikely somebody with a lot of power like that would not be at least motivated in some way to use it.
Even if it wouldn't be for the best intentions, but
Well, I mean, like
does,
that's kind of how the world works. Like, if you have someone who's super powerful, like they have a motivation to do something. Like, they're just gonna do it.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like Mob doesn't realize just how powerful he is.
See, no, actually, he does. He acknowledges it.
Like he knows he has these psychic powers, but he doesn't realize just how powerful they are.
Well, he does know that most people don't have them, and he knows that he can get things, but he chooses not to. But like, it's just the whole. I don't know. Like, I just don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah, it's just the lack of conviction.
Like, if Mob was like middle of the road and just didn't have motivation, then it'd be more along the lines of, oh, okay, I guess I could see that. But like, you don't just give somebody something like that and be like, they just don't care.
Yeah. Which he really just does not care.
Yeah, no, zero fucks given. Can we take a time out and just talk about Teruyuki's hair?
Which one was he again?
The blonde one. The other psychic from the other school.
Don't remember.
He was the one that kind of came up after okay, so he captures Mob, has all of the self-improvement club come and save him.
Yeah, I'm trying to find him because I can't put a face to his name. I know I remember him. I just don't remember like what he looks like.
Copy.
Oh, I see him. Where it's just kind of like a bowl cut, isn't it? Or not a bowl cut, a like mop head.
Yeah, like mop it. But when he shows up again, like he gets bald, like he gets all his hair cut off the first time, but he comes back and he's got the fucking tower of hair. He's got a full fucking beehive.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't believe you didn't remember that. Like, it was just the one person who has like the major hair change. They're like, "What's with your hair?" He's like, "Don't worry about it." What hair? Like, what the fuck?
And like with him, he at least used his powers to like get somewhere.
Well, it's like it just takes you out of the world if someone has a great advantage in some respect and just does not use it ever.
Yeah.
Like, just no.
Yeah.
Any characters you in particular like?
Not really. Like other than like I did like Mob's character for like what it was, where he was just very laid back. Like he just didn't really like. I do kind of like that personality where it's just I don't really care, but it in this situation like the character like that by themselves is fine, but like when it's the entire series, like when it's like the main protagonist and like he's always like that, then that's when it kind of gets stale. But like Mob wasn't bad.
I have to say, since I had to bring him up before, Dimple.
Fucking Dimple.
Dimple was a bastard, man.
He really is.
Like, fuck that guy. Just
He tries to manipulate Mob, but just doesn't do a good job of it.
see, I like it because he wants to do things, but he has just no power to do anything.
No, he's just like a spirit.
But I don't know. I think that's the main reason why I liked him is because he's actually wanted to start shit.
Yeah, but then nothing falls into place for him.
Like everybody else seemed to want to maintain. Like everyone wanted to maintain stasis in the show besides Dimple. Dimple's the one person who's like trying to make advantages. Like, don't get me wrong, the Arataka was trying to manipulate Mob into being basically his exorcist for hire for super cheap. And like there were people like manipulating other people or like trying to get ahead or doing something, but nothing like Dimple was. Like Dimple was actually trying to change the world.
Yeah, he wanted to basically take over the world.
And
like he first gets introduced trying to create a cult.
Yeah, like you get introduced trying to like make a cult that's just like, oh yeah, no, we're just totally doing this now. Like
the Mob comes in, stops him, and then he becomes like a spirit that just follows Mob around. Like, hey,
just starts haunting him. Yeah, you fucked this up for me, man.
Like, you should do this now.
And he's just all like, do you want me to destroy you?
No, but you should do this. I will kill you.
No, he's like, okay. Because he just has no motivation. It pisses me off. All right, so yeah, I can't think we can drag this out any longer.
No,
because this has gone on way too long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. Woo. Next episode.
All you, buddy.
Kill la Kill.
I've heard of that series. I've read the first volume of the manga, and then I just kind of stopped. So, like, I kind of have an idea of what I'm getting into with that.
Well, it's probably better than what I thought when I first saw it. I was just like, oh, okay, sure, this was recommended. Oh, goodness.
I was not expecting what I read.
Oh, goodness.
I'm excited to kind of see where the show, how it progresses.
How it goes? Because it goes. Yeah. It goes fast. Got a Sonic speed. So. Yep.
Sonics.
Got Sonic. Heroes.
Now I'll show you.
I'm just gonna go away now.
Alright, so
I got nothing else to add. This is like the most boring fucking episode. I'm sorry.
It almost like it reflects the show.
Oh god, no, not again.
Reflecting Mob Psycho 100.
Yes.
Not like our show.
Oh no, our show is totally this. By the way, I'm just letting you know. Like anybody who came here the first time, like, sorry, you fucked up.
If this is the first episode you're watching, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, rip.
If you want to see something awesome, check out I don't even know what episode to recommend.
What, you mean of this show?
Yeah.
Oh, oh god. Oh. The one
Corbo no Jiken.
Yes, but the one episode where he gets fucking taken to, I think that's the one episode I could say I actually kind of liked, was him being abducted and then the self-improvement club coming and busting him out. Like, that was the best.
And they're like super beefy, and like they just basically just try beating the crap out of the rest of the school to rescue him.
And they basically do, up until the last guy who's got psychic power. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like against humans, they were line.
Yeah, no, that was it. Like, I got you, though. I got you.
Like, you may not be as beefy as us, but you're trying, so we got your back, fam.
Yeah. This is so dumb. And, like, of course, like, Mom just kind of waddles over, still stuck to the fucking chair. Just do.
The fucking self-improvement club.
It's arguably the best part of that show.
I know, when I was talking about this show, I meant our show. This review.
Oh, this review? This review
Yeah,
is fucked,
right.
man. I already gave up on it.
I meant, like, our review show. Like, I was trying to think of an episode to recommend to people.
Oh, this one. Watch this one again. Do it. It's like this every time.
Some are at least more educational or entertaining.
I don't know. We kind of walked in circles, and I thought at the end it was pretty good.
Join us next time. Bye.
Bye. Don't hate me. Are we done?
Are we?
No. Now we're done. Bye.